Meanwhile, we do have the lower matches ongoing as well. Bjorn is up against Percival. Winner goes up against Solar in the semifinals. Bearing in mind that the semifinals are not held, so there's a very high chance that both semifinals will occur at the same time. For now, though, we have a fresh series and spawning in the top left-hand corner here of Winter Madness. We have the South Green Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Blue Protoss player with the South Green Protoss. It is a Creator. Here we go, and if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our PvP. And again, Creator, he has been popping up as of late. Like Creator, he's been looking like a beast very suddenly in recent times in this matchup. I believe it was in the OSC events. Let me just double check here. It was in Rongi Cup. That's in Rongi Cup. Creator, he did take down Classic 2-0, which again did surprise me. I did expect Classic to have a stronger showing in the Rongi Cup group stage. But likewise, on top of that, we saw Creator, he took down Showtime, of course, in the Tuna Cup as well. And we'll see how he compares here against herO. Sure, he took down Classic, but what about in a longer series? And what about against herO of all players? Let's go. Let us go. For now, we're going to be settling in. Be calming down as we have our 2-gate opener out of Creator, likewise 2-gate opener out of herO. Bearing in mind that herO, he is I would say the best Protoss player in the world at the moment, arguably the best player in the world as well. Again, herO's been popping off. He is the most recent RSL offline finals December champion. He also won the OSC season 13 championship as well. There's another event where he did pop off, Rongi Cup. True, Rongi Cup. Over the past 2 months, herO's been winning everything. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Este herO. So he's coming in as the favorite player for this entire tournament, but we'll see if anyone can stop him. Again, Creator, he does have it in him in PvP to pop off. Likewise, we have players like Solar, players like Bjorn, who can stand up against him. Let's go. The year of herO. It's been a strong 2 months. It's been a very it's been a very strong 2 months for herO. That's what I will say. I'll say not just for herO, for Classic as well. Like Classic has also been, even like, it's one of those things where Classic has been in the shadow of herO, but like the two tournaments that I just mentioned, who came second in RSL and who came second in OC season 13? It was Classic. Like Classic came second twice against herO. It's crazy. Oh right, how could I remember that I was forgetting one, another one, Thunderfire. True, Thunderfire, herO also won, right? Like, Jesus. Crazy. And Protoss has been doing well so far this patch over the past couple of months. Meanwhile, we have our PvP. Nice catch here by Creator, catching out the first Stalker. Ay. Does catch out the first Stalker. Bullying back the Sentry. And we'll get all three. Ay. Brutal losses here for herO, losing what should be all three Sentries. Oof. herO trying to look down those Stalkers. We get the recall. The recall is not in time to save one, but does at least save the other. Creator pulls back, and as we settle in, where exactly are we? Okay, so we do have herO setting up for his tech, going for his Twilight Council, not into Blink, into DTs. Is he doing this blindly? Oh boy, he is not doing it blindly. There's already a Robo. There's already access to detection. Maybe herO didn't see it. So when you rush into DTs like this, it can really excel, specifically if a Protoss player skips their Robo and goes for a faster third, which is not uncommon. Like we do often see like faster third bases and greater economies, but here Creator is already going for a Robo follow-up. He already has access to detection. There's less of a chance that DTs do any damage. On top of that, Creator sees everything. He scouts. He gets a full scout in the main. He knows. This is a rough start for herO. Very, very rough start. And he cancels. It makes sense. Like, he's been scouted, so big cancellation here on the Dark Shrine. This also means that Blink is late, right? Blink should have already been on the way, if not finishing up by now, because of that Dark Shrine. Instead, it's going to be delayed. A herO going into a faster third base. Here, he's taking a lot of chances, taking a lot of risks. Hey, that's the herO that we know and love. He's gambaing, Pat. The gamba is real, and the gamba shouldn't pay off, because here comes Creator. Creator is knocking down that front door. He's pushing across the map. He has momentum. He has the advantage. Here, there's what to defend. One Stalker and one Sentry. There's nothing. There's nothing here. Force fields around. The boys are being pulled. And Creator, he's here to take a lead in the series. Ooh, Prism goes down. Oh, that's a bit of a misstep. Prism does go down. No reinforcements. Ay, ay, ay. War Prism's being rebuilt. Very nice force field. Okay, it's fine. Locks down the army. He does have another force field available. And do we get it? Up, up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, third force field. That's going to be 19 probes going down. herO, he just cannot get down to the low ground. Again, there's not enough energy for a recall. There's no War Prism. There's no blink. Ah, the force fields continue. Just perpetually force fielding that ram. These Stalkers, they can do nothing. They're stuck. They're trapped. And finally, they break out. And again, if the War Prism was still here, we could have just kept warping in sentries and force fields, right? And just kept reinforcing. Have killed the base. So again, it was very clutch that herO sniped the War Prism when he did. That lets him survive, technically. But he's in a rough position here. He has to counterattack. He has to do something. He's down to 23 probes. Of course, Creator, he can juggle with his own Prism. He has micro potential. He can micro. Oof. The Prism does fall. GG gets called. You just cannot break that third base. Too far behind, and Creator, he takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Creator, he does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if herO can recover, if herO can bounce back. Let's go. Let us go. But again, it was just a really rough start. Really rough start. Early on, Creator, he was able to gain a little momentum, able to catch out the first Stalker, the first 3 sentries. Just a very strong start for Creator. We mentioned at the time that after herO fell behind, herO, he went for the Dark Shrine, got scouted, went for the fast third base, but Creator pushed. So herO, he was taking a lot of chances, a lot of risks to try to recover in that game. But again, he was shut down at every turn with that GG. Strong showing here from Creator so far. But we'll see how herO does adjust in the early game specifically. Like, a lot of it came down to that early game aggression, that early game momentum that Creator achieved. And the early game is typically where PvP is the most volatile, with a lot of proxies, cheeses, all-ins, different openers, different builds. A lot of PvPs are often dictated by said early game. Let's go in. Let's jump on it. Let's go. Haven't seen Classic in a while. Did he serve military and come back? Oh no, Classic, he went to the military around the same time that herO did, and he returned around the same time that herO did as well. Like, Classic and herO, they both left, they both came back at around the same time, they both rose up at around the same time when it comes to their return from the military. And Classic, there have been times where he has been the greater player compared to herO, especially 2024, right? Like 2023, 2024. I would say that herO was looking more impressive to me, was looking like the better player, but Classic did outperform herO in offline tournaments. He outperformed him at Gamers 8. I want to say that Classic outperformed him at EWC, and Classic outperformed him at, there was like a DreamHack as well, but like specifically in offline tournaments, Classic was outperforming herO for the most part over the past couple of years. So that was always the argument for Classic being the better player than herO, was specifically offline performances, right? But here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing T1. Down in this series, we'll see if he can bounce back. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss player himself, the South Korean Protoss. It is a Creator. Here we go. Creator's never done military service or really broken out. I would disagree. Like, Creator, he was the ace player for Prime. Like, Creator, he was, I want to say he was one of the early GSL champions as well. Like, Creator, he's always been really good. And even recently, he made it to the GSL finals, right? I think he went to the finals against Maru. That was, what, like, maybe a year ago? The years, they blend together. Yeah, GSL Season 1 for 2022/2023. He made it to the finals. But I would say that Creator, he's had like some big spikes for sure, but he hasn't really been the most consistent, unfortunately. Like it's really hard to stand out, especially in current era of StarCraft where there are so many strong Korean Protosses, referring to specifically herO and Classic, right? Like it's really hard to stand out amongst them. I'm referring to players like Creator, players like Zaun as well. Like it's hard to kind of like, you know, stand out and really pop off when you have players like Classic and herO in your region. But in the past couple of weeks and the past like maybe month, maybe 2 months, like Creator's doing well. Doing well. So here he does threaten to dive. Get into it up, they can one-shot probes. So he will threaten the natural base of Creator. Behind this, we do have our proxy robo. Again, one base all in out of herO. Going for the proxy robo, going for the proxy mortar production. And meanwhile, we do see a gate set up here out of Creator. Bold move. Setting up his gateways. Setting up for the low ground defense. Building on more shield batteries, and we'll see if herO can break Creator. Let's go. Again, just to like re-emphasize what we spoke about leading up to this game and leading up to past game 1 is just how important and how intense the early game of PvP can be. This will not be the last all-in we see in the series. Not at all. Like we're gonna see more of that. We're gonna see more. The proxies, all-ins, hyper-aggression is what we expect. Going to be up to Creator to hold on. I'm concerned about lack of robo, like the lack of defensive robo. It's going to be a bit of a more difficult defense here by Creator. herO just going to be dropping into the main. Does have a bit. He gets in. Oh, he gets in. No shield batteries. No shield batteries. Creator, he's not ready. He's not ready in the main base. 1, 2 sentries go down. herO keeps pushing in. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Pylon falls. The boys are being pulled. Creator getting desperate. Another force field. The Stalkers that gets thrown back. Diving for the Prism. Prism gets away. Yeah, the War Prism does get away. Down to what? 5 Stalkers. 5 Stalkers left. Second Immortal has arrived. Ooh, reinforcing from the low ground. Massive shots popping up. And GG. GG gets called. herO, he will tie the series 1-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, it was unfortunate there, but Creator, he was not ready in the main base. He had 2 shield batteries at his natural, and typically you want to get a safety shield battery in your main base, even if it's just 1, just in case something like this were to occur. Either you get a safety shield battery, or you are on top of your rotations to deny and to deter any kind of drop into the main. Unfortunately, Creator, he wasn't quite able to keep up, wasn't quite able to deny or deter that drop. GG. GG, well played. herO, he found a way into the bases, into the defenses. He broke through. And with that, we're getting into game number 3. Let's go. We have a back and forth, and we'll see who takes a lead in the series. Game 3 is going to be on White Rabbit. Let's go. Getting into White Rabbit. Perhaps they were in the same squad in the army. That would have been funny. Maybe. I know they have a lot of respect for each other, for sure. Like Classic and herO, I mean. Obviously, there's a lot of history between them. Classic doesn't play as much as herO, especially online. That is true, but like I feel like herO, he plays a lot, and Classic isn't too far behind. Like, you can say like Classic doesn't play as much as herO in online tournaments. Yes, but Classic still plays more than most. Like, I would say Classic, he's more active than like Showtime or Zaun or Creator even as well. Like, when it comes to the top Protoss players, like Classic is like the second most active player when it comes to events. Like, I say the top players because like I would say like Shameless is maybe more active than Classic, sure, right? Like Shameless, Geralt, maybe Christiana. I know that Christiana's been less active recently, but like Shameless and Geralt, sure, like they're more active than Classic. But when it comes to like the top players, Classic is more active than Showtime, Skillus, Trigger, Zaun, Creator. But here we go. Here we go. We're getting into our next game. We're getting into game 3 and spawning in the bottom hand corner of White Rabbits. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player. We have the other South Korean Protoss. It is a Creator. Let's go. Let us go. We have our initial 2-gate openers. 2-gate opener out of Creator, 2-gate opener out of herO. No crazy diverse builds here. We're not going gate expand or gate cybercore into something more cheeky. Meanwhile, we have Creator skirting around the edge of the map and Creator setting up what looks to be a fake proxy pylon. Okay, let's go. Welcome to White Rabbits. White Rabbit is one of the larger maps in the map pool, and Creator is going for a fake out. Now, I'm assuming this is a fake out. Technically, we could hide some tech here. It could be a Twilight Council. We could hide a Twilight Council and a Dark Shrine. Like, that doesn't have to be proxied across the map, so there's a chance for that. Otherwise, it should be a fake out. Technically, it could be a Stargate for a proxy Oracle. It could be. Not the most effective position for it, but that's also an option. Meanwhile, hero's scouting. herO, he's scouting. herO, he looks, he checks, and herO, he sees a pylon is missing. So herO, he knows. He knows something is wrong, something is amiss. We can see just a fake proxy pylon. And it's up to herO to kind of determine that and to react. Ooh, big reaction. herO going for the robo. Okay. So a couple of things here. A robo response like this is meant to hard counter proxy robo, right? This is meant to be a hard counter to an all-in, essentially. We can see there is no all-in. So herO most likely is going to be forced into his own all-in, right? It's kind of like a weird dynamic here, but basically herO is trying to hard counter a one-base all-in. There is no one-base all-in. Hallucination does confirm, which means herO could throw down the gateway, but no, never mind. herO, he is going for his own third. He'll expand. Sorry, his own natural extend. Looks like herO, he will expand. We're building up. Okay, so we're building up into a longer game. Technically, Creator, he has a slightly better economy, but herO does choose not to all in. herO does choose to expand, and we are settling into the mid game. Okay. For the first time this series, we're going to calm things down. We're going to settle into a longer game. We did have some twists and some turns when it comes to the builds themselves, but now we can lock in. Observer's moving out. Twilight Council's on the way for Blink. Creator getting his own defensive robo as well. Let's go. And Creator will soon confirm that here is expanding. Oh wait, he's crazy. What? Creator taking his third base before his natural even finished. It just now finished. Okay. So 2-gate opener into a natural, into a robo, into a fast third. Hyper greed out of Creator. Again, hero's natural isn't even done, just now finishing. So very greedy. herO, meanwhile, is going into Glaives. Immortal Glaives. This is prime for a 2-base all-in. This can hit very hard. This is very common, this is very trendy, or at least it was a year ago. Players like Classic and herO were very fond of this build. What does this entail? Well, early Immortal production, of course, so we're going to build up towards like 3 Immortals for a move out for the all-in. Glaive Adepts do not scale well into a longer game, but early on, they can pop off. What do Adepts do? They're similar to Zealots. Zealots do a great job tanking, right? Zealots do a great job tanking against Stalkers, tanking against Immortals. So do Adepts. Adepts are maybe not the most mobile. I mean, obviously they can shade past, and they can threaten the shade and force the defending player to react and to split off some supply. That is true. But for the most part, they're here to buffer. They're here to just support the Immortals. The Immortals, they do the most amount of damage. So this can hit quite hard. And we have extra gateways. Yep, extra gateways are on the way. herO, he stole the third, so he knows. He knows how greedy Creator is being, and herO should be punishing that greed. This build out of Creator, it feels illegal. It feels, I say it feels illegal. It feels very European. EU PvP can be a lot more greedy and mid-game focused. There's been many in EU PvP, like referring to like Max, Skillus, Geralt, Cristiano, these guys where they build up and they get a fast third, but they both get a fast third, right? Like if both players agree to macro, then it's a little bit different. But yeah, herO, he did not agree, man. He did. Let's go. As herO does move out. We're bringing 4 Stalkers at a time. And it's all or nothing. Here we go. herO, he's pushing out with 2 Immortals, not 3. Okay. He's got his 2 Immortals. Blink is going to finish up in a couple of seconds. As Shield Battery is on the way. And Creator, can he hold on? I mean, again, he had his own fast Robo. So he already has 2 Immortals himself. Creator, he can pull this off. Shows some Force Fields. Shows his Force Fields, does turn away the Immortals. Yeah, wasted DPS for herO. And so far, better engaged for Creator. He does have the better concave, and that's a lot of wasted DPS here. The army, it's pinned back. Yeah, very rough fight for herO. Basically, for that entire engage, half of hero's supply wasn't fighting. Half his supply just wasn't able to actually get any shots off. Boys are being pulled. We're diving on the Prism. Yeah, Prism goes down. The Immortals are being focused. There's 3 Immortals. Can he get him? It's close. It's very, very close here. The Immortals, they pull away. Adepts, they arrive to reinforce. But Creator, I think he's done it. Creator, he cleans up the army, but can he chase down those Immortals? They're scuttling away, papi. They scuttle away. Adepts, they shade forward. They distract Creator. 24 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. And Creator, he fought well against the main army, but the Adepts, they shade in. They keep shading in. More economic damage. And Creator, he's falling apart. He's falling apart. 30 probe kills, and the Immortals are still alive. They got away, Pat. They got away. Immortals got away. Adepts, they just pulled Creator apart. Shading to the third, into the natural. 30 probe kills, and Creator, now he is all in. Creator's all in, Pat. Oof. And Creator, he does get one of the Immortals. Does get one. There's 2 left. Creator, he can still win this. Creator, he can still win this fight head on. He needs to get on top of those Immortals, though. Pulls back his own. Ooh, we'll lose 1. He's down to 1. Yeah, 1 Immortal left. GG gets called. Creator, he does not have enough. And herO, he takes game number 3, taking a lead in the series. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, a very close game here. Again, Creator, initially, he had the better fight. He had the better head-on engagement, but he bled a lot of workers as he pulled the boys to actually engage with herO's army, and also the Adepts, they shaded past. They shaded past, they distracted, they crippled Creator's economy. They ensured that Creator could not macro out of that. GG. GG, well played. herO is now 1 game away from claiming the series. Creator, he is 1 game away from forcing the ace match. Pressure is on. The pressure is on. Pappy, we like patience here. True. Talking about a lot of Protoss in the chat, but yes. Patience is my favorite. Unironically, I think. Am I a bigger Patience fan than like Crank and Alicia fan? It's hard to say. Hard to say, baby. Maybe. We love Patience. I'll say hard counter to proxy robo is Stargate Void Ray. I would disagree with that. I would say that defensive robo is typically greater than defensive Stargate. Yeah. I would take a strong stance there. I'll say the Stargate openers. I mean, there's a reason why Max Panks has been struggling a lot more going for his Stargate response against proxy robo, and why he stopped for a while as well. So I would disagree. I would have agreed. I would have been more agreeable to that statement a year ago, like pre-patch, pre-nerf. But in current StarCraft, I would disagree. But here we go. We have in the top left-hand corner, we have our South Korean Protoss player. We have our blue Protoss representing himself, currently teamless, down in the series where we'll see if he can bring us back and force the ace match. It is a creator. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss representing T1. It is a herO. Here we go. But the Stargate Void Ray response to Proxy Robo, that was excelling a lot more before the shield battery overcharge was removed, right? Pre-patch, before the NG overcharge was introduced. One of the reasons for that is because of the removal of the shield battery overcharge. It means that with a Stargate opener and with a Stargate response, you needed even more shield batteries. You had to commit even harder. You had to commit even harder with extra shield batteries to pull off that defense. And it also meant that you could mind game and kind of force your opponent to overreact and over-respond. And then they're stuck with all these shield batteries and stuck with the defense, and then you can kind of like deviate away from that, or even just rotate into another location. But that's one of the reasons why MaxFax did struggle that much, or struggles that much more against Proxy Robo. The change to the shield battery and energy overcharge, it kind of like changed that. It changed the map. For now we have our Stargate opener out of creator. Okay. Does it? Oh god. Hold up, baby. Okay. So creator, he doesn't see the tech. He will lose his probe. Meanwhile, herO, he's just now going for his own hallucination scout across the map. Creator going 2-gate opener into a Stargate. Meanwhile, herO going gate, cyber, expand into Stargate instead. So herO has a very greedy, very economic build. This is basically the quote-unquote MaxFax opener, or at least the old MaxFax opener. So fast expansion into a Stargate. Meanwhile, creator delayed expansion into Stargate instead. And the problem here is that herO knows and creator doesn't. Like, herO has more information, so herO can go Phoenix first, and he can just hard counter the Oracle. Yep, there it is. Phoenix first out of herO. The Oracle is on the way. Creator, he's in a rough position. Creator's behind. Creator, he's behind economically, and this Oracle shouldn't get any damage done. Oof, it's just a brutal position. It's just incomplete information. Like, that's all it is. Like, again, Creator, he doesn't know. He's now shading in. Okay, shades in. He sees. Does see, and he's still making that second Oracle. I mean, he has to. Adepts bust in. Nice damage here by Creator. Very nice. Gets 1, 2, 3, 4 probes. 4 or 5 probes go down. The Oracle does attempt to go for the dive, but it's going to be deflected. herO should chase. And this isn't the worst position for Creator. He's still behind. Like, Creator, he's still down 3 workers. Still down 3 workers. The Oracle did recall. No, sorry. The Oracle's going back in. There's a gap in the defense. herO, overconfident. We'll lose 3 more probes. Okay. And what's important is that Creator is still finding damage. He's still finding some damage. Oh, but he will lose both adepts. There we go. Second Oracle into the natural. Getting up to 7 kills. Again, a very messy defense here by herO, losing 9 probes. Oh my god. And suddenly, this was worth it. Remember, the Phoenixes, they were meant to hard counter. They were meant to shut down the Oracles, but herO, he gets pulled left and right, he gets distracted, gets torn apart, and Creator, he still finds damage, and Creator takes a lead. Takes an economic lead. Bearing in mind, though, that herO has gained map control, right? herO, yes, he lost a lot of workers, but herO, he has an army to work with. He has an army. He can lift. Nice force field. Zones 1 away. But herO doesn't have enough. Yeah, herO, he does not have enough here. He gets 1. He gets 2. There's the NG overcharge. Gets 3 Stalkers, and we'll get a 4 Stalker towards the end. It's still very close here. It's so close. Boys are being pulled. Creator down to 2. Oof, down to 1, down to 0. He'll lose everything. Every Stalker barely goes down. herO getting a proxy. Getting a proxy pylon. Catching another Stalker, does reinforce. And again, herO, he barely has enough. GG gets called. He overwhelms. It was so close. It was such a close defense. But herO breaks through, and herO will take the 3-1 series. He'll advance on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Creator barely didn't have enough, just barely. Again, it was impressive. Creator, he did so much economic damage with the Oracles, with the Adepts, damage that shouldn't have happened, by the way. Like that shouldn't have happened, but he was able to pop off. He was able to get that economic damage, but in the end, he just barely didn't have enough to defend against the counterattack, right? With all those Phoenixes and Stalkers that herO had built up, he then was able to push out and barely broke Creator. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to herO. He will claim the series. He will advance on to those finals. And who's up next? Okay. The lower semifinals are underway.